Skinless is the story of a young woman named Charmay who is suffering with PTSD, moves to New York to develop her passions as a singer-songwriter, and becomes embroiled in the underbellies of the New York crime and drug scene. And what will she do to survive? We find out through the story and through her inner dialogue. Skinless has been compared to the Bell Jar, kind of meets Basketball Diaries, and is a gritty New York City story that takes place at the turn of the millennium. So I chose an excerpt here from page 164 because it has a lot to do with her experience on stage singing. And I'll just give you a little backstory so you know where we are. Charmay has booked a singing event through a man named Rex Raven, who has been trying to woo her for a while and will do anything he can to try to get her attention. So he claims he has these friends who own this jazz club, and he gets her a singing gig. And she brings her partner, Sam, along, disguised as her brother named Mitch, to suss Rex out and see if he's for real. And she is kind of transfixed with her stage experience, which we'll go through as I read, and the experience of having Rex and Sam in the same room, and then her feelings about what Rex is really up to. So this is a chapter called Lucky Strike. Naked am I? I just finished singing tune number 4. I stood under a single spotlight in front of a crushed burgundy velvet curtain. Frantic zigzag up my spine, shaking at the mic. Me and a piano player. The oscillating fan above brushed cool prickles on my exposed arms, lower back. Did I dress today? Did it evaporate? Did I drop my own gown to the floor, I thought? I eyed what looked like the Picasso painting, Paris Nightlife. The crowd sitting, clapping, carousing. Rex's pro-contacts stood leaning on bar. A brief shake hello before hitting stage. 24 red ones, plump droplets, water clinging to pedals. Fresh Cubassier XO 750 mg. 3 snifters sat on that reserved front marble round satin cushion booth. 2 men talking. Rex to Sam. Rex is talking to Sam, starring as my brother Mitch. What the fuck am I doing? The Young and the Restless. I had spent half of 3rd grade year home from school watching Relapsing in several bouts of strep throat. Have I grown up to shamelessly emulate those frothy characters, I wondered? Why can't I just sing for nature? Why do I need people? I'd asked Sam back at the railroad apartment after the ice storm sister chat, shredding my whispery song style. God doesn't like wasted talent. It's a sin. You have talent. You want a career. You have to perform, was Sam's pep talk to me. A powder pony jolt to get me on that Lucky Strike stage. Sam shaking Rex's hand earlier. He said, big gift for my little sister, you mean well? On the ring that Rex had given me. Buying time, chum. Rex kissed my 4th, chuckled. Good things are worth the wait, think I'm a knucklehead. Not at all, Sam cajoled. I'm the dummy in the film biz, right? Buy time, get what we believe in, right? Ha ha, Sam's gravel. I'm on stage. Pianist cue, A minor, he was looking at me. My oak eyes, him. E minor, G, D7, melody arpeggiated, plunking like steel strings, a music box. Handwritten charts. I had stayed up all night for a few days reading books on simple charting for piano, hadn't skipped a measure. I looked down. Silk clung to my skin. The notes of the song come to me in those early morning hours when most of my creative juices sprouted, now echoed into the night for the first time to touch people. I looked at the bustle, a beautiful oil painted by hard, thin brush. Then, like hot water spontaneously springs, magma jolts through an iceberg. My heart moved. I felt the drip drops, the steamy heat of my own tears, my cheek. Maybe I had torn then through an old blue shadow and I was moving. white light shone down from above. All of the people bled, two in another. Yellow watery marks melding, liquid in glasses moving, expansive lines, red, blue, indigo, green, lime. Suddenly I was in the night, clip-clopping down the cobblestone street alone. I was sputtering that, my song, clammy in the moonlight. I was on the street, muscling, wandering, pulling on coattails, naked, wandering. It was there, in that space that I uttered sound, wandering, like that sound from a little child. A little child's voice uttering, shaking from me. There I was on the precipice, about to try something new. I was fresh, lily white with tune. As my child's voice sprang, needed to speak, I wasn't thinking about Rex anymore. I wasn't thinking about Rex or how he'd hear it or how they all saw me or if I was good. I stepped inside that fucking thing I'd imagined doing my whole life. A finite space on stage, in time, in vibration of sound and emoting something. Lived in it, breathed it. Nothing else was there. No concerns, my work, my marriage, what is right or wrong or bad or good. I just was, and even sort of safe from it all. I wanted to hold that feeling as long as I can, please. I sang, the streets are cold and I don't even know your name. Oh, won't you please just take my hand? I'm so ashamed. I'm all alone, mister. I hope you understand. These are my little girl's eyes for you. I sang the words. I don't know why I picked that song, you know. An upbeat pop song would have been more well received. I think I was using my song to try to say something I was feeling, maybe, to get over or through something, to feel better by exposing that pussing wound inside me. To me, it's what art and creation and expression is for. Descending stage I was, claps, smattering and hooting, murmurs moved past me, haunting, eclectic, sounded blaring like a muted blur from behind plexiglass. Wiping blue tear my once matte sheen of onlookers, now transformed into 3D. I carved a tunnel through the mash of color and moving shape, my hands extended from arms as I passed tables. Bluntly back to 3 snifters. I would have been wired, an itching time bomb approaching Rex and Sam at the same table, but I was overpowered. Behind us, off my pinball glance, I heard, "We'll make you a headliner if the crowd serves right," the owner of Lucky Strikes, one of Rex's cronies, bellowing into the mic on stage. He was rolling forward, back to his toes, heel pulling waist his pinstripe pleated suits pants, the post peeking inside his jacket pocket. I eyed the pillbox slat stage. That terrifying land I had just meandered was just a dirty piece of particle board tacked together with a couple of colored lights on. What the hell is wrong with me? Tuned into what the Lucky Strike man was still barking at the crowd. 5 gals, 5 song sets, most applause gets a regular booking at our club. Some little suede skirt, cotton tank, long daggle gold earrings warming up her hollow body acoustic on stage. I felt stuck. Aghast, a ghost, surreal, numb, hot flashes under flesh. I wanted to slap Rex. I was ticked. Cavassier swallowed one straight goulash to the blood. So that's a couple pages of Skinless. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that you're moved that you want to read it. If you choose to, you can contact me and I'll send you a signed copy, or you can go over on Amazon or go to Shakespeare and Company and pick up a copy right off their shelves there.